Beyond the veil of the waking world, where the light of reason fails and the shadows take on a weight of their own, lies a village forgotten by time and scrubbed from the maps of men. Welcome to Blackwood Hollow. It is a place where the atmosphere is thick with the scent of damp earth and ancient secrets that refuse to stay buried. Here, the laws of the modern world have long since withered like autumn leaves, and the massive, rusted church bell rings only for those who no longer breathe. Its tolling echo vibrates through the very marrow of your bones, a reminder that some debts are never truly settled. They speak in terrified tones of the weaver, a woman bound to her skeletal wooden loom for an eternity she did not ask for, a sentinel of the threshold between what is and what was. In her house, the air stays deathly cold, even in the height of summer. This freezing pocket of reality exists because every thread she spins is not made of wool or silk. Every strand is a memory stolen from a dying soul at the precise moment of their passing. She does not speak. She does not sleep. She only works with a mechanical, haunting precision. Her face a tapestry of ancient grief woven from 1,000 years of human sorrow. To truly understand the ghost of the Hollow, we must look back at the scars left upon this land centuries ago. During the Great Gale and the plagues that followed, the land itself seemed to turn against its inhabitants. The crumbling records tell of a woman who refused to flee when the fires were lit, the only one left to bury the dead and sing for the lonely, until the very threads of fate she sought to mend took her instead. In the local folklore, they call this the grasp of the Grimoire, a spiritual debt of life that can never truly be paid in full. It is a cycle of weaving that keeps the spirits tethered to the stones of the village square. When the sun finally dips below the jagged horizon, that square fills with the translucent silhouettes of those who cannot find the path home. They wander in a perpetual twilight of confusion, looking for faces that have long since turned to dust. If you look up at the Gothic clock tower, you will see the hands remain frozen at the exact hour of the original tragedy. Time is not a river in Blackwood Hollow. It is a cage made of iron and regret. Over the long decades, many travelers have wandered too close to the tree line, and one by one, the living were drawn toward the rhythmic, hypnotic click of her needle. They are pulled by a curiosity that quickly turns to a cold, paralyzing dread. The silk she creates is a supernatural anomaly. If you were to touch the fabric, you would not feel the texture of cloth, but the pulsing warmth of a heartbeat. You would feel the faint electrical hum of a life trapped forever in thread. The locals warn the young never to follow the flickering blue light that emanates from her window, for to look upon the weaver's finished work is to see a reflected map of your own inevitable end. She is weaving a masterpiece of the afterlife, a vast and shimmering bridge for the damned that is now almost complete. With every pass of the shuttle, she reaches out further toward the world of the living, stitching the two realms together with silver and shadow. The tension in the air is rising to a breaking point now. You can feel a static charge that makes the hair on your neck stand up. When the final golden thread is pulled through the loom, the barrier between our world and hers will shatter like thin glass. The convergence has already begun in the dark corners of the forest. The ancient village is bleeding into the modern world. If you stand perfectly still, you can feel the jagged cobblestones rising through the asphalt of the highways. But even the most powerful ghosts grow tired of their burdens. After 1,000 years of ceaseless labor, the weaver is finally reaching the end of her pattern. The loom falls still. The village stands empty of its phantoms. The debt, at long last, is paid in blood, silver, and the silence of the grave. But remember, traveler, some stories are woven too deep into the crust of the earth to ever truly vanish. Listen closely to the wind tonight as it howls through the rafters. The weaver may be gone, but her threads remain tangled in the world around you, and she is always watching from the spaces between the breaths you take.